6 hours. I actually had felt like I was kicked in the stomach.
That woman devastated after losing her job at a city golf course. She says it's because her boss didn't like the sign in her front yard. Her boss just happens to be the mayor of Taylor, and that sign was supporting the guy running against him in the upcoming election. So is this a case of dirty politics? Fox 2's Andre Isom live in Taylor to find out. Andre.
Well, Huel, the mayor says this is all about the budget, only money, but that former employee is not buying it.
Well, the main reason I don't want people to see me is I got no sleep last night. I probably cried for 6 hours.
The tears here in Taylor, because for 16 years, Kim Gillum Barbie has been the special events coordinator at Taylor Meadows Golf Course. That is, until she wasn't. Kim was terminated on Tuesday.
I actually had felt like I was kicked in the stomach. I mean, I was shocked. The fact that they actually did it 4 days prior to my mother's memorial golf outing.
Kim's mother passed away from fallopian tube cancer last year.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
The golf course has been operating a deficit plan. They have to stay within their numbers. Revenue numbers are down. Event schedules are down.
Maybe our course did not do as well as Lakes of Taylor, but let me tell you, we made lots of money.
None of this is personal. These are all just budget decisions.
I honestly believe that it was politically motivated. I'm a supporter of Rick Sollars, which obviously is not my boss. Jeff Lamoran is.
I don't know where the individual lives, and I don't go, drive around wondering whether or not what sign they have in their yard.
I believe that Jeff doesn't go up and down the streets looking for signs, but I guarantee he has other people that does.
And Kim is pretty convinced it was Councilwoman Cheryl Burke who went back and spilled the beans.
I actually was stopped by the head of council, Cheryl Burke, and questioned me about the sign that I had in my front yard.
We talked to the councilwoman, and she said that is not true, and she would never do anything like that, ever. However, Kim does not think it is a coincidence that a few days later, she was fired.
Oh, I wasn't surprised at all. She's just one in a list of many.
And Bob Tompos, the former Taylor fire chief, says he is one of them. Bob's been given the boot before, too.
The real reason is because I spoke up, and I told him exactly what was wrong with the public safety system in this city. And he didn't like that.
The mayor believes Bob is speaking out about all this now for personal reasons.
I think it has to do with him running for a city council seat and running for office at this point in time.
I will be completely honest with you. You bring our paramedics back, you bring our EMS system back to the way it was, you open these fire stations, I'll withdraw from the city council race if he seems to think that everything I'm doing is related to politics. Because I'll tell you, I had no political aspirations. The only aspiration I had was to be the fire chief for the city and provide the best public safety that we could for the citizens. And that was pushed out of my grasp.
Unfortunately, I know too many people do whatever they have to do to think that it's going to get them someplace else. And, we don't do that.
Bob and Kim feel like their kinship was formed out of circumstance. They say speaking their mind and a political sign got them canned.
Once you speak up against this man, then all bets are off.
I'm sorry that you let me go, Jeff. I loved you as Jeff, the teacher, the golfer that would bring your events to Taylor Meadows. I don't respect you as mayor at all.
Again, Councilwoman Burke reiterates that this has nothing at all to do with anything personal. It was only about the budget. And she and the mayor don't want anyone to think, they don't want Kim or anyone to think that this has anything to do at all with politics. They say they care about every single citizen in this city, even if those citizens do not support them. We're live tonight in Taylor. I'm Andrea Isom on The Edge.
Now, Andre, everything is politics. Councilwoman Burke was also accused of having a hand in one of these firings. We know she didn't want to appear on camera, but what is she saying about that?
Well, as I said, she just said over and over again that this has nothing to do with anything personal. She would never approach anyone about anybody they support or don't support when it comes to a campaign, and that's up to them, and that's something personal. She says, cuts like this hurt, and she understands that people are upset about it, but it has to happen. They've got to balance this budget. Huel.
There is an election coming up soon. Andrea, thank you.
Yes. You bet.
12